All right, check, check, check. How's my audio? What's up, guys? Good morning, good morning. What's up, what's up, what's up? So there's three stocks that I'm watching at here today. ZAPP, which is a continuation name, IVP, new gapper, and SVMH. Those are the top three stocks that I'm keeping an eye on. It's a little later, so I'm going to jump right into my trend lines here. By the way, make sure that your screen recordings are turned on. Just a heads up. I wonder if my computer have any space. This we'll see. Let's see here. It feels great to be back. And today the scanners are looking good. So you guys know what that means. Time for me to lock in. Zap looks great. Zap looks amazing. Hopefully we can continue to hold up our levels here. And if we do, perhaps we can see a nice move over to pre-market highs, which right now is at 830. Looks pretty decent. Looks pretty decent, Zap. IVP on the other hand, this one is up 91%. I mean, just a massive move. It looks great. If we can continue to hold up these lows, all very similar chart to Zap, just not as expensive. 391 for the pre-market highs there. We'll see how that does. SVMH pre-market highs on that one around 36 cents. It's been holding up VWAP recently around 29. That also looks pretty decent. So we got a 76% gap, a 94% gap, and a 101% gap. I think we're looking pretty solid coming into the open here. So ZAPP is the one I'm going to watch at and focus on the most. And if it sells off, I'll be willing to rotate to the other ones, of course, quickly. But let's see what it does. It looks like it's strong. It looks like we might have some good opportunities here. So if you're tuning in on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. And let's lock in. Hit that thumbs up, guys. Hit that thumbs up. It's time to get down to business here. Zap. Allow me to have this dance. 734 and 830 levels that I'm keeping an eye on. Uh-oh. My order did not get filled. I'm going to cancel. Hopefully I don't get filled. If we're seeing some lag here from Thinkorswim. Would have made money there. Would have made like 15 cents to start, but all good. The high's at 30. Low so far around 88. I'm curious if my fill right there. Seems like the level 2 is having some trouble. I'm gonna wait a little bit. I'm getting some weird fills, stuff I'm not seeing. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna size down and just wait a little bit. Maybe after the first minute, or two, we can see some more fluidity here. Just gotta make sure that everything is good before I put out size. The broker's already costing me like 300 here. Right now the stock is a little sideways, which I think is fine. It's early. IVP on the other hand, really having trouble. The break of 30, having some trouble. So it's holding up though. It's holding up here. Let's see if it pulls away eventually. So far, so good. There's definitely risk here. There is a bit of a spread at times as well. Just waiting patiently. It seems like the stock is going to continue to trade like this, just like in a weird way. So I'm going to be patient. It's failing. We'll take the loss. Moving on. Good attempt at the dip, but we're dipping all the way down to the whole dollar, which is not what I wanted to see. But did like the sub 30 dip. High of IVP is at 266. We'll see if that one does a red to green eventually. This is going down to the depths. I'm disappointed that I didn't get those winning trades going up. I would have been red just like $100. Anyhow, it's all scratch trades. Moving on to IVP, we'll see if this one is able to curl up. Okay, watching IVP. The resumption here could actually be good on this zap, but disappointing so far. The price action there was like so strange. It's like the level 2 was like lagging. That last fill I got, the second to last fill that I got, I got filled at 14. We had 7 by 707, which is like, why am I getting filled there, you know? Kind of weird, but okay. This other one is having some trouble. I'm going to size down for now and wait a little bit. We're experiencing a little bit of turbulence. MARA. Let me see how CRKN is looking. Is CRKN looking any good? Got to charge $400 to the game on Zap. Unbelievable. Slippage. Not the kind of slippage for share size, but technical slippage. IVP also is risky. Just look at how the bids are coming down versus where we are on the ask. There's a bear flag. We could break over the bear flag, but this one here is, you know, you gotta watch out for as well. What I want to do right now is weather the storm. Just be patient. Just, you know, right now we're not seeing anything super obvious. SVMH, maybe here we could see something. I'm a little late, but I'm going to give it a shot. Can we hold up 32 and continue here? And I'm going to give this one a shot. Can we hold up? 31. 31. 31. Okay, maybe I made a little too much size because 31 is going to the depths. Okay, watching the resumption on Zap. I think right now that's the most obvious opportunity that I see. SVMH was a red to green over VWAP, but it's selling off. I'm gonna lose 200 bucks there in 30K size. Worth the shot, worth the shot. Zap. I think right now is the most obvious opportunity I'm seeing. And of course, this is for the bounce out of the halt down resumption. My math, man. What is that, 39.25? Yeah, 39.25. IVPs, bottoming wick 50 area was at 45 low. So still on the bear flag. VRPX. VRPX could definitely be one to watch. Yep. Halted up at 94 cents. Okay, 20 seconds to zap. 20 seconds to zap. We're at 655 right now. Five seconds. Here we go. It looks like it might be 10 minutes. Yeah, it looks like it's 10 minutes. Okay, so VRPX. This one is halted up. It has gained decent volume over the last few minutes. Room perhaps to 144. ANVS is also moving a little. This one looks like continuation from last week, perhaps the week before. VRPX resumption is at 40.56. Right now I'm red like 800, I think. I've been fairly aggressive with size to start, and we saw a lot of chop. I'd expect to see a very abrupt red to green here if we see anything. Oh, no, 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 no. Fill me, fill me. Oh my God. What a disaster that was. Brother. Oh, that's gonna kind of not put us in a good position there. I'm gonna get that pop-up window because I tried to sell too soon. But it's a rejection. Oh my God. I walked off screen. How did the time go so fast? I kind of missed the resumption there. Well, that's on me, right? I didn't realize the time. That minute flew by. Anyhow, Zap, we have 34, so 44.25. Tried for break of one, and one was our high. It's done a massive red to green here, though, so we'll see if it continues. Perhaps a little less size to get some better fills. should have gotten filled there. The ask price was above what my ask price was. It's no fill. I think or swim radar. So high is at 101. It does have a little bit of range to it. The halt is at 09. Zap 44.25. There's less than a minute to zap. God, okay, all right, okay. Switching over to zap. I'm gonna get filled on the ass right there, which is fine. Waiting for resumption on zap, which is currently halted down. So that's gonna double my losses. Now I think I'm down like 1,400 in those couple of trades. Zap, we have a low of 655 right now. 10 seconds, watching for the bigger gap down. And if we can see the bounce. Here we go. Not great. These are some solid trades. But all sorts of nonsense happening here. It's gonna bounce a little bit. We're not gonna catch it. Not as great as I would like to see though. I would have wanted to see 50 at least. I think at least 50 would have been good. Are we going to be able to at least push up 40, 50? It looks like it's having a little bit of trouble here. Well, first day back, and we're in the depths, 1700. Time to slow it down. And what's crazy is that mentally it feels like I'm down $100. Took just 2-3 trades and are already fairly red. VRPX a little unfortunate. ANVS, how's IVP? IVP is breaking down. Well, so in a situation like this, being that I'm fairly red, mentally I feel fine. I want to give myself a max loss, right? Just so that I don't lose too much, because I can keep feeling fine and then I can be down 3-4 thousand, right? So what I'll do, I think, I'll give myself $500 of leeway. If I lose another 500, well, at that point I have no choice but to walk and get to stepping. But I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait patiently, and if we see anything else that looks good, that can hold up its levels, we can be where we need to be. But I'll wait patiently. Right now, nothing looking super good. Zap, it's curling up a little bit, but the chart is so weak that I'm not interested here. Can it go to 60 perhaps, but the chart is so weak after that sell-off. So it looks like it's a small false breakout here for now. CRKN, we didn't get much there. I think VRPX, maybe I could have paid more attention to the volume, but it seemed like we had decent volume, right? Especially coming out of the resumption. We had 2.9 million shares. So I bought 9,000 share blocks for break of one. I had it rejected. That was a $500 loss, one trade. OPTT being mentioned. OPTT. This is pretty good though. I feel, I feel like my usual self, which is great. So Zap is going to give the push up to 60, 70 here. We'll see how it does. I'm surprised of how well it's moving up. There is some spready area there around 670, but this is a good push overall. It would need to get halted up. That would be a great sign if that happens. The charting is still a weaker charting though, so I want to be careful about how I buy the dips on Zap. I think the charts are still bearish. Will this one be irrationally strong? The highs are 28. Not the highs, the halt level. The halt level is at 28. Are short sellers getting nervous seeing this thing climb this much on those lows? That's what I start to think about this kind of situation. Are short sellers getting nervous? Perhaps. It does have a spread at times. Level 2, come on. Will it go all the way? There's some selling. I'm surprised at how well it did here. This is, I mean, it's back at high of day, just like that. It's like, ooh, okay, there it is. Will it get halted up? Man, shorts, I'm surprised. There has to be people who are still short because that's an interesting move up. There has to be people who are still shorting this right now, adding right here. This is how we can just open up and just straight to the pre-market highs. This is insane. I'm gonna miss the push through 50. And it didn't pull back at all, right? Not one red candle in that red to green from 650. This is why, it's just gotta stay reactive. Despite the weaker chart and having that, red candle shooting star going down, here we are at a massive red to green. Just like that. All right. If this can continue here, this is where I have to make my bread and butter. The day is still young. The day is still young. There's still hope. Do I think I can pull it off? Of course, I think so. Can we see a clean dip and rip here? Can we see a clean dip and rip? It's extended. I don't want to be overly aggressive getting in high, so I'll wait. But sometimes they just keep going, right? Sometimes they just keep going. We'll see what this one does here. IVP kind of sold off. VRPX having trouble. SVMH having trouble. $58 and 20 seconds for resumption. 58 and 20 seconds for resumption. I honestly was thinking the short up at like 680 at VWAP would have worked. In the back of my head, I'm thinking maybe a short trade could work right there for like the rejection back down to the lows of like 6 over time, but this thing just kept going. 58 and 20 seconds. We got about a minute and some change. $58 and 20 seconds. Halted up at 766. Pre-market highs are up at 830. Less than 10 seconds. No fear, no hesitation. Here we go. Waiting. Take me to the moon. If it gets through, I'm sizing up. Can we get over 75? KB, 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 KB. Now, here we go. Oh, damn. Okay, cool, cool, cool. 7. The moment I thought that dip at 30 was good for bounce again to the depths. We got to be careful of backside. Once we got through 75, though, I'd love to see the move straight through 8. It looked like it hesitated a little bit before coming down. 7-11. Should have anticipated that, but it's a good dip there down at 7. KB sleeping, big sleeping. Waiting patiently here. It's in a bit of a churn. Doesn't look like I made anything there. Oh, it's definitely tricky down here for sure. And there's a bit of a spread. I want to see the push back over 50, 60. Oh, is that a losing trade? I don't know. I have to watch this back. That doesn't make any sense. 40, 40, 40. This might be a false breakout here. My fills are in the moon. My fills are in the moon. This is worse fills than what I was getting on the trip. It's insane. Well, the halt resumption has came and went. I haven't made any progress. I've added another 200 bucks to the deficit. The writing might be on the wall here. Do I even need to go to this max loss of that 500 that I mentioned earlier? Maybe it is time to take the lesson and hold what I have. Come back tomorrow. Because not even damage control is working here. ANVS hitting scans. We did get back to like flat on this one, but we took that loss from 730 to 7, which was like a $700 loss. 2,000 shares. That would have been a great dip though if I could have anticipated that move. And I thought about that happening, but you know, I gave it a second to see. The moment it started to bounce is when I bought, and it still flushed, which is a little unfortunate. Still flagging here, it's still flagging. I can definitely try for 50 again. The risk is real. I don't think we really mentioned the disclaimer in full. Well, that's gonna hit my max loss. I don't think I mentioned the disclaimer in full, but the risk is real, right? I mean, for those of you watching on YouTube right here, I'm down 2 grand in 20 minutes. Sometimes it doesn't take much, just like that. Down 2K, and that is me hitting my max loss. So I can hang out for the sake of community, but I am donezo. Tomorrow again. Yeah, I'm not gonna push it, so what I can do is just hang out a little bit. If there's any quick questions about the trip, the pastor can answer, but we will take this lesson. The dip there at 670 I tried, but it's gonna continue lower, and actually pretty close because I could have gotten caught in the halt down. The fills on the ask have been brutal. All the fills today have been on the ask. No price improvement whatsoever. And in every one of those areas, the fills on the ask, to be honest, is not really a problem. But the problem is no follow through in a lot of the areas. The one big incline that we got, you know, a little bit of skepticism because of the weaker chart in the 5 minute, but that's the area that gave the best move, surprisingly. As mentioned earlier, I did think that we were probably going to like reject maybe a VWAP because of that shooting star on the 5. The resumption halt down bounce did not go well in here. We had 2 losses. Good attempt for the trade, a good trade idea, but the execution quite wasn't there. So after that is where we got this incline off of this bear flag, and then it seems like since 950, well 959 rather, we're kind of downtrending here. Flagging a bit, but the 5 minute candle not able to make the new high. And no, this stock, I mean, we'll see how it does. It might just keep going, right, over time. But today is one of those days where I'm not going to have longevity on my side. Getting caught too many times. Mentally, I still feel good, but maybe I'll trade something else. Not this. Not this. This could have it, right? Walking away from this one. But what these stocks will also do sometimes, they'll entice you. Maybe it comes back up to the highs, right? Mm-mm-mm. Decisions, decisions. If this thing gets halted up, the halt is at 83 if it goes. How low is this candlestick? 62 with the halt down. For a rip right back up to highs. The 5 minute candle is about to make the new high 60s. This is madness. See, now I'm enticed. I'm enticed. Such a big move up already though, so you got to be careful. But looking back at this pullback, there's no way I could have bought that dip. I mean, I tried to, right? But in terms of buying it at lows, it was halting down. It came so close to a halt down. I don't think it got pinned at the price, but like maybe like a cent away. So buying this dip here was incredibly difficult. I mean, look at the move it's going to yield though, right? From 660 to 760 over 2 minutes. All I wanted there was like 20 cents. What I like about today is the fearlessness, right? And what today is telling me is that when I trade this aggressively and I connect, which we've seen before, on a day like this where it works out better, where the opportunities are a little bit smoother, I'll be up over 10,000 pretty easily. But this is what we're seeing, this nonsense of this chop that's made things a little tricky. We ended up going to 17 and then from 17 to 65. So right now, it's still in play. It's giving a small pullback here. Low of that last candle is 727. On this one, it's a little difficult to tell where the support is. Thirty by 45, 35 by 45. VRPX is trying, but it looks like it's having some trouble. Will we go? Did not see this being a max loss day, did not see this being a max loss day at all. Today, I woke up today just feeling like, yeah, I'm coming in here. Nice big green. Tell you. Feel green mentally, though. Feel green mentally. This one is having a little bit more resistance than I would think. Can we push through? It's in a pretty. Might take a loss here on this one. Can we push through? The 1 minute candle not quite making a new high right there for VRPX. I don't like that I'm not already in. It's pushing up slowly. It's like a slow grind here. Might open up a little bit more, but so far this one definitely better for that longer hold though. No quick scalps, but more so that like 2 minute hold. 2 minute hold. We'll see if it gets halted up here at 09. Throwing these orders on the ask and not getting fill, I tell you. Zap is still fighting, still sideways. But yeah, like I was saying, I woke up today feeling pretty good. Felt like today was gonna be a nice sweet day. The scans looked good. And here we are in the gallows. The only reason I'm still here is because mentally I feel pretty good. But if I was frustrated, I would have shut it down, like for sure, for sure. Right now I have smaller size, still attempting some damage control, but VRPX required a bit of a longer hold right there over 88 for this move to 105. The halt up is now at 15. We're gonna get this push through. Only 11. Zap. Will we see another push and a retest of those highs at 790 or so? Risky business, I tell you, risky business. Day trading is risky. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. VRPX halt level now at 20. Will we get locked in here? We're seeing some more volume. It's trying, but false halts. I hope the other guys were able to end green on this thing, man. Holy smokes. Save. ANVS. Big boy size. There are quite a few stocks today too. VRPX, IVP, which maybe was more so pre-market, but Zap also gave a move, and then ANVS, the cheaper stock that we had, SVMH, did sell off. So that one was more pre-market as well. If we dip down some more here, VRPX. Zap is still fighting. It's broke or something else, man. Think or swim. Is Zap worth watching here? I think so. I could see something. Half size down drastically. Just to 1K. But as I said, the writing is on the wall, right? Unless we really see something. I mean, maybe on this stock, the same stock, but preferably something else. Sometimes all it takes is one sequence, but we need to see something solid. And out of that resumption, we kind of almost had that, but we didn't get the continuation through 8. The continuation through 8, for sure, if that had come, because I was already back in there, I think at like 60 or something, or 70. In there, 5K size, we see that push through 8 right there, and looking pretty good. Still pretty early. We have been seeing afternoon moves as well recently. It's almost 10:30. I know a few people will be leaving out, whether they're heading out to the day job or taking the day in a different direction. If you did stop by, be sure to hit that thumbs up on the way out. For those of you leaving early. Gotta put on these blue light glasses. Just being patient, waiting to see what this thing might want to do over time. Great fill. Can we see a bounce? Can we see a bounce? Can we see a bounce? Trying to sell on the ass right there, but not quite getting 19. This needs to get back to like 30 though eventually here over time. Okay, this is good. So taking the initial panic flush, not bad. And we're also seeing that bit of follow through here for those holding longer into a dip like that. Good to see. I just want to see it continue over time. Can we continue over time? Damn spreads, man. It's having a little bit of trouble at 50. Can we push through? Okay. And a bit of a rejection of the level. See, because these freaking spreads, man. Spreads are so bad that on that move up, even on those two sweet trades I got, which should have been like 10 cents a piece. Unbelievable. And selling the ask is a little tricky too because sometimes you're not seeing that extra green for the little bit of push to get out. So it might just be another like slow grind here. I mean, the dip though, it's all starting from that dip down at 690s, 695. So if you're really holding longer here, you can probably capture this entire thing. Hindsight 2020 for me, right? Only looking to take that 15-20 cents on that dip. It's slowly grinding up here, slowly grinding up, and maybe it gets up to 8 and excels a little more. I do want to take this dip, and it's going to come down to 15. Not good. And that's with this 5-minute candlestick looking very good. Is it going to recover? See, but this is too much of a drop for me. From 76 to 15, you know, it's a little too much. Watching sub 50, sub 40. Man. Alright, this is enough. The miraculous red to green that I'm looking for here is nowhere to be found. Oh, the market, man. It's not supposed to be easy. It's not supposed to be easy. Not supposed to be easy. See, now that I'm past that max loss that I set for myself, this is how you know that I'm still in full control. And as I mentioned, you know, mentally I feel fine, which is why I'm kind of pushing it. But gotta shut it down now, sadly, because I'm just too red. Despite still feeling decent mentally. Just losing it and trending in the wrong direction. So, the guarantee that I stop the bleeding. Just gonna shut it down, come back on a better day, which hopefully tomorrow we see some better momentum. Come on. Unbelievable. Zap. Zap taking me to the depths. Should have imported my stats first, but it's all good. How many days? This is 1, 2, kind of 3, although the third day was a little bit of a struggle. But this is the 4th day this thing is in play, which is kind of impressive. Usually we don't see a small cap stock. Usually we don't see a small cap stock this many times. There's been a few of them though. HOLO for example. But if you guys have any questions, I'm officially done. We're at 2400. So if you guys have any questions about the Team House meetup, you guys can ask away. Maybe anything else, maybe something else. VRPX moving a little bit. We're back to our regularly scheduled programming, so we're also going to be quicker with responses and things of that nature. It's only like one of the drawbacks of the trips is that we're so active, we're so busy. It's also like vacation a little too, that we can fall behind on some stuff. Relentless, how do you stay mentally fit, mentally okay, mentally good after all of this? I need tips. So Skull's asking that question, and for me the first thing is that I accept the risk. I accept the risk to the extremes, not just to my stop loss, but I account for every single thing that could go wrong. That way, even if it does, and we hope it doesn't, but even if it does, it's like you kind of already knew that that could happen, and so it's not a surprise, right? If you know that Freddy Cougar is waiting for you on the other side of the door, you can prepare much better than if you have zero clue, right? Living your peaceful life, and the boogeyman is waiting on the other side of your front door. But if you know, you can arm yourself, right? You can put on some sort of whatever you might have, right? You can strap maybe something to your chest, some sort of plate, something, right? You can at least prepare yourself, and that way, you stand more of a chance, right? So for me, it comes down to accepting the risk. On a day like today, as I mentioned, I woke up today feeling great, saw a good scan, was very excited. First day after the team house, looking to hammer it, and here I am down 2,500, right? If I'm not open to thinking that the risk can and will happen, then I'll have a much harder time when it does, because it will, right? It's the market, and there can be days where you take the best setups and you end up on the other side of things. So make sure to always accept the risks, to the extremes. Let's see what other questions. How was Miami? Man, Miami was awesome. Right now, I'm getting all the clips together to try and make a vlog. It'll definitely be one of the longer vlogs we've ever had. We did a ton of stuff. It was a great time. I think the best day, the highlight for most of us, is definitely gonna be the boat that we did at the end. We had like a 60-footer, man. Like this thing was huge. We did a boat ride. And I mean, it was amazing, amazing weather. We got very lucky with no rain. I mean, the trip was amazing. A lot of great activities. Of course, the guys, awesome people. The two students who came, great people as well. Great fam. They have a great family, right? Their family members came. The parents came. They had a good time, right? Checking out the place as well. We had an amazing experience. Definitely one of the best trips we've had. Let's see. Was everyone green in Miami? Yeah, I have a video coming out. We didn't everyone was not green. Um in fact, a team house P&L was red for that week. Crazy, but it happened. Uh there's some aggressive guys that trade with us, right? As you guys know. Dave is a pretty aggressive trader. I think he was down 10K on the week and had a 20K or 18K red day. I think that was the biggest red day we had, but for where he is in his experience, his career, his trading journey, him being down like 18,000 is like if I'm down 1,500. It's all relative to the trader, their experience. This is someone who's, on their better days, they're having like 80K green days and stuff like that. So it's relative, right? It might sound like a lot, and I guess it is, but for the person who's wielding the account, it's not that bad, right? So we had that. There's a lot of we had momentum, but there's also like a lot of chop, right? I think Crispy did a small green. I think his biggest green day might have been 3K or 2.5. Marcelo had a one good day. I think Tim had one good day as well. I think Tim was up 4.8 one day. Brian had a 2.5 green day, but Brian or Beam, I should say. Some of you guys will know him as Beam in the Discord. He ended up having a red day, starting red in pre-market 4K, I think, on Wednesday, and wasn't able to quite recover. Finished it that day down like 3K. Me, I was just small green. At the end of the live stream, at the end of the live streams, I was red, but then we kind of stayed there and traded. So on one of those days I finished green. The other one I think I finished just red 100, from red 800 to red just 100, and then one of the other days I think red 500 to green 400. Who won the car race? Who won that race is to be determined. To be determined. The market makers owes us. RT, do you have any beefs with any others? Like the team house guys? No, of course not. In fact, I don't have beef with anybody at all. Where I'm from, one day I have to make a video about where I'm from, man. Like, if you guys see where I'm from, like, where I live right now, I don't walk around outside. I don't. Like, it's not, that's where I live. Like, it's in the slums. Like, beef, like the beef that I know of, like people like not liking each other, is like deadly stuff, very deadly. Like it's craziness, like it's madness. It's sad, really. You have a building here, and before, like where I grew up in South America, it's like we would play with our neighbors as VRPX is trying to halt up here. We would play with our neighbors, play football in the streets, cricket, whatever. Here where I live now, someone could be living here, and they will go to the extremes for whatever stupid reason to hurt each other. I mean, it's hard to explain why it happens. I mean, it's the strangest thing. You would think that people would have like a lot of sense of community, and I don't know. It's a lot of factors that go into this stuff, and it's a lot of factors. But that's what I know. So I stay as far away from that type of stuff because I think it's very foolish. It's idiotic. It's a waste of time. It's silly. There's an opportunity cost. You know, the time that you're spending warring with somebody is time that you could have been doing something else. There's too much violence here for that stuff, man. RT, you live in America. Yeah, I live in America. I also live in the trenches at the same time too. Very, very much of a reality shock coming back from where that vacation was to where I am now. It's like made me realize even more like holy smokes. I need to get out of here, brother. Right, living in the slums is not good. And it's destined for this, well, not destined, but you know, it's just stuck this way and I don't see it changing. The community here is in the gallows. What part of South America? I'm from the only English speaking country in South America, Guyana. Need a better environment, go back to Miami. Can't believe, bro. I mean I do believe. I gotta stop saying that. Small scratch trade day. But like I said, on a day when I trade this aggressively, on a day where everything is working well, I'm gonna be up well over 10,000. So that, you know, it's pretty comforting to know. And this is something that I've said in the past before. This is something that I've said in the past before many a times. So I know what to expect, and this is good. You know, it just goes to show that that team house trip has already positively influenced me, which is great. It's like today I felt nothing. Like I felt nothing putting out size. Didn't second guess anything. Didn't think twice. It's like this is what's required for what I for you know for the dreams that I have. The last time I've been up 10K is like a month and a half ago. Yeah, the team house is gonna come to Canada. The team house is gonna come to Canada one day. There is a guy in Toronto that I wouldn't mind checking out. Raphael, one of the longtime members in the Discord. Toronto man. This guy. Is this the right time and place for that type of joke? I'll let it slide this one time. Zap looking to trap. I mean, still holding up. You know, again, we've been seeing late morning moves, afternoon moves, so there might be something. But yeah, we've definitely come a long way for sure, man. We've definitely come very far away, and we can't take anything for granted here. Because even at this level, the things that we're able to do, and you know, having this level of freedom, you know, it's something else, man. It feels great, especially the way how you know I'm able to help those people around me. So when I get to the next level, you know, it's gonna be that much more rewarding. Let me pull up the comments on YouTube. Let's see. Abraham down 2K as well. Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm cooling. I'm done for the day. New York is played out. New Wall Street's Dallas. David with some with a nice statement there. John. Yeah, one day what I'll do, I'll drive around. I'll put like I'll mount like a camera in my car and just like kind of like drive around a little bit. Create like a mini vlog. And NYC down 3K. It seems like some of us took losses. There's actually a couple of clips that I have on this computer. Maybe I can share some. Let's see. Where are we? Or maybe I can share a few pictures. This is the team right here. I think, well, I gotta go to single screen. Boom. This is the team on the boat. The way how Marcelo is dressed, he looks like he owns the thing. Oh man. We had a good time. We had a good time. Picture of a few of the guys swimming. Or actually a video. There's there's Tim in the back. Brian. Did catch some nice firework action too. They had a firework show in the area. We didn't go to any of the ones like by the beaches because there's just so much traffic. Those were where, you know, you had the bigger fireworks shows, but we did a nice Everglades tour where we did see a few alligators. Just a sneak peek into the next vlog, a quick sneak peek. Quick sneak peek. Quick sneak peek into the next vlog. Probably will be out within like a week or two. Is there anything else I want to show? There was this guy that was like an alligator handler. Man, I don't know. This is some talk about risky business, right? Talk about risky business, man. Talk about risky business. alligator handler from the trip. Risky business. Tim was a great. Well, I'd say all the guys really. Pastor, man, Pastor, the only guy on the trip that can't swim. Pastor, the only guy on the trip that was drowning, brother. But the Everglades boat tour was nice. We did go a little late in the day, but the Everglades tour was pretty good, pretty cool. Triad wasn't able to make the trip because he had a planned family vacation already. Shout out to Marco also, man. Marco came to the very first trading team house. Shout out to Marco. You know, the reason why I can't swim is because my mother was always afraid of like me going into water. It's fear of like drowning. But it's a little counterintuitive because you gotta you gotta give the kids lessons. You gotta give the kids swimming lessons so that they learn how to swim. So that if they ever find themselves in a predicament, they know what to do, right? Because I mean sometimes things happen, right? You could be in a little bit of a ferry, your ferry goes down. I mean, there was a video that came out in the Bahamas recently of something like that happening, right? I mean, I think it's just a good life skill to have. You don't need to be Rambo and jumping into anything crazy and deep diving, but just having the skill is nice. To the depths in the lake, indeed. I probably can show a few more clips, actually. I can show a few more clips. Let me just see. Let me just see what else we have here. Hold on. So we had all the guys hanging out. I think this is on the. I don't want to spoil everything, so let me just see if I can grab a few clips here that are like some of the better ones. Actually, it looks like not okay. It looks like only half the clips got uploaded to the computer, or maybe even less than half. Yeah, I'm only seeing the boat and the Everglades tour stuff here. So what I did last night, I put everything on my phone to import to the computer, but it looks like it didn't quite upload. I don't even have a video of the house on here. Yeah, I don't think I do. Not good, not good. Are you kidding me? This video is not working. We did a seafood broil, and I think that might have been the best food we had on the trip. We went to this place that did steak, and for the price, man, for that bill that we had and how that thing tasted compared to the Vegas steak, because Vegas we went to Hell's Kitchen and then this other high-end steak place. This is okay, this is us at the seafood broil. Quite the spread. Quite the spread. Marco, Crispy, Save, Will, Pastor, Daniel, Dominic, Tim. And Brian. This was definitely the best meal of the trip, though, man. For at least for me. The seafood broil. Tim on this trip. Tim pushed himself to the extremes, man. Tim pushed himself to the extremes. He's a big guy though, 6'4", you know, maybe like 215. All the guys are pretty like big guys, right? I think Crispy, Marcelo, both like 6'1". Drew, Calamity is like 6, maybe 5'11", 6. I'm like the shortest guy on the team. Let's see. Marco also maybe like 6'2". Marco, big dude. Marco, man. Marco and I think in terms of food, we might have ate the most. Marco and myself. I was bulking on that trip, so no gym, just straight eating. Yeah, all the footage did not get uploaded to my computer, so tomorrow maybe I show a few more clips. Maybe this one to end it off. All right, I'm gonna show this one, and then we're gonna end it off. Relentless Pastor getting RKO'd into the pool. This is what happens when you don't follow your rules, guys. Let me put on the volume here. Sound on. If you don't follow your rules when day trading, this is what's gonna happen to you. This is what happens when you buy a fallen knife going into a halt down in small caps. Oh, that's funny. Man. We have to do 2 takes on that video. We have to do 2 takes on that video, man. Here, I'm gonna play it again on the other screen here. This is what happens when you buy a fallen knife going into a halt down in small caps. Getting RKO'd by Tim into the pool. Legendary. For those of you who might not know, man, well, at least I used to be a huge WWE fan back when I was younger. You know, like 10, 11, 12, 13. Loved watching WWE, man. Even from time to time now, I can still watch a clip or two and, you know, enjoy it. But that one was so funny that it brought Rat the Green back to the channel. Rat the Green, how you doing, man? Long time no see. But yeah, I love watching WWE, man. You know, The Undertaker I think was like my number one person. Love the guys like Randy Orton, Shawn Michaels. You know, Rey Mysterio was pretty good too. But Undertaker definitely number one. John Cena up there too. John Cena was pretty good. Oh my gosh. CM Punk, yeah, CM Punk was good. When it comes to CM Punk, that type of like caliber wrestler, Jeff Hardy, man. Jeff Hardy was something else. Those guys, while wrestling isn't really real, they really put their bodies on the line. Like the stunts these guys pull and from how high they're jumping, it's like one wrong move and you can like break your back, you know? So it's fake, but there's still a lot of risk, right? I mean, with every field, there's always going to be some sort of risk. Dragon Ball Z, yeah, yeah. I'm a man of class, man. You know, Dragon Ball Z. That was a good show back in the days. Shawn Michaels over Triple H, man, easy. That switch in music. The switch in music almost was like the like the RKO, where it's like, you know, almost out of nowhere sometimes. Batista was pretty good. Bobby Lashley was pretty good. That guy was jacked, man. Those guys are they're in the gym like all the time. But yeah, I think this might be a good place. You know, as mentioned, you know, we feel pretty good. We did end red 2500. You know, I'm not worried about it. We'll make it back over time. We had a bit of a rough start here coming back, but we're gonna study up. We're gonna review, and we're gonna look forward to doing well here the rest of the month. I think the momentum is gonna remain nice and warm. We've been seeing good opportunities last week and, you know, even the week before that. So we'll see how it goes here throughout the month of July. Be sure to hit that thumbs up. Let me just double check and see if I missed any questions. Uh yeah, those guys are big and, you know, super athletic. Acrobatic. Some of them are pretty acrobatic too, which is like quite the combination. Let's see. You know, well, I can't really show. Can I show this? I don't know if Crispy might want me to show this. I gotta ask him. I met up with Crispy yesterday. Crispy's got a new car. I can look at the ones where we blocked out our license and all that stuff, but yeah, next time. Well, okay, this is where we will show it. There's a car section. There's a car section in the Discord now. We're gonna be posting pictures for any car lovers in the channel. If you guys want to jump in there and talk any cars, show off any bikes, that'll be the place to do it. So I'll just post it in there. But Crispy has copped the new the M4, looking pretty good. We were supposed to do a mini, you know, a little mini race, but you know, next time. All right, so let's see. Yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Stay safe, stay green. Hit that thumbs up on the way out. I'll be back tomorrow. There will be recaps today and moving forward. You know, what was that last week? Or let's say the week before the trip, we were doing the mini recaps. We're gonna continue to do those, but we're gonna also get back to the normal recaps. Vacation is over. It's time to get back into the grind. Stay safe, stay green, hit that thumbs up. Red to green, man. What are you doing? We want to see you in the Discord, at least for a day. Check us out. Don't be afraid to reach out to me, brother. But yeah, stay safe, stay green. I'll catch you guys next time. All right. That thumbs up. Check out those links down below. And we will see you later.